Hey guys, I'm about to turn my waterfed pole into a power pole. Right guys, there's all my bits. So if you're unsure what a power pole is, it is so you can turn your waterfed pole into a pole where you can pressure wash at high level or roof cleaning, for example. So you've got the hose here that goes up through the pole. You have to remove the first section of your waterfed pole. Here's your trigger. This goes in the end of your pole, and then you put your connections on here. This is like an angled connection, so if you do connect something like this, yeah, it's not sticking straight up out the pole, you've got a bit of an angle. I've got a turbo, got a surface cleaner, and then here is a load of adapters to put on the end of your trigger so it fits your hose that you already got. So I'm going to pull it together and we'll see how we go. There's plenty of connections depending on what fitting you've got on the end of your hose, and also this is if you want a straight connector on the end of the power pole rather than a angled one. Right then guys, first things first, I need to remove the brush and the hose for the window cleaning from the waterfed pole, and then once I've done that I need to remove the first section. A couple of reasons. If you was to use the first section, it'd probably be a little bit too flimsy when you've got a little bit of weight on the end. But secondly, when you put the adapter through, the blue adapter that you'll see in a moment in the video is too thick to sit into the first section, so it has to sit into the second section. So first section needs to be removing. Here's the trigger. It literally just screws on, so I'm going to unscrew the one side just to loosen it off. Watch me fiddling around a little bit with the screwdrivers. And then once that's taken apart, the next thing to do is just to position it on your pole and tighten it up. Now all I've done so far is line it up with a little red line I've got at the bottom of my pole. I don't know if that's 100% in the right place, but obviously it's nice and easy to adjust. I can just loosen the screws, move it up and down slightly. So I probably won't get to know whether I'm in the right position exactly until I use the pole for the first time. So I'm literally just making sure it's all nice and tight. Trigger's not going to move now, and it is pretty much good to go with the rest of the setup. Right, next is the hose that goes up through the pole. It's nice and flexible. It's already got some PTFE tape on the end, so all I need to do is thread it through my pole, and then I've got the little conversion end that I will screw on. And then that is the bit I was talking about earlier, the little blue bit that will need to come into the end of the pole. So this is the reason you need to remove the first section, because that bit is a little bit thick and it won't sit in the first section. So screw it on, give it a little tighten right at the end with the spanner, and then that will just sit right in the end of your pole. So it's all tightened up. I'm just going to slot it back into the end of the pole and it's good to go. And I'm going to show you now that you can extend the pole using all the different sections. Obviously the hose is going to get a little bit tangled, so you might have to mess around a little bit, but this is a 30-foot pole with one section taken out, so you're probably looking at about 24-25 foot. So that's a good reach that you can get with this power pole, and there are bigger conversion kits you can get also. So these little bits are for me to now connect the trigger to my hose, little adapters, put the little washers on to stop any leaks, screw that into the bottom of the trigger, and once that's screwed in, I will then put the end that matches my hose. So my hose is the mini quick release. So as you'll see in just a second, once I've screwed that into the trigger, tightened it up a little bit, I've got the mini quick release end, which you can see hanging out my mouth at the moment, that I screw on, and that means then my power pole is good to go straight away. Pretty much I can just turn up, hook it up to the end of my pressure washing hose, and it's good to go. So this little adapter now goes on the other end of the pole, so it screws into that little blue section, and then it's got a quick release, so I can put my turbo in, I can put my surface cleaner in, I can put my nozzles in, but that literally just screws into the end, and I can use that little black handle to loosen and tighten, and I can adjust the angle on the end. So depending on what surface you're working on is dependent on how much of an angle you need. There is a straight one as well, which I said earlier in the video, if you needed it to just come straight out, and you can put that in also for your quick release. But the angle for me is a little bit better. Here it is with the turbo in. Like I said, you can put your normal nozzles, your white and red and yellow and all those kind of things. Or here it is with the surface cleaner. Obviously the surface cleaner, turbo, etc., they're all accessories you need to buy separately. Setup complete. There's my attachments, there's my hose, and right on the end I just connect my pressure hose. Good to go. Hey guys, thank you very much for watching. Simply, that video was just to show you how quick and easy it is to put together the power pole conversion kit. I opted for the conversion kit rather than the kit with the pole, mainly because I don't use pressure washing poles enough at high level or for pressure washing roofs, so I decided to just buy the conversion kit and put it up and take it down whenever I'm not using it. In fact, I've not even pressure washed the roof full stop. But this week I have a building where they've asked me to wash the stone walls, and they've now asked me to pressure wash the slate roof. So I've got the surface cleaner to go with it, and I'm going to be doing that. So that will be my first time, and I can give you more feedback on how the power pole was to handle and how well it worked and everything in a future video. But like I said, today's video is literally just to tell you how easy and quick it was to put together. As you can see, the video is less than about 10 minutes, and that's even with me faffing around editing and moving the camera and things like that. So really simple to put together. Great customer service again from Conrad at AC Pressure Washers. It was here within a couple of days, everything's there, and it's good to go. So keep your eyes peeled. I will put some more videos up in the very near future on using it, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers guys.